Welcome. My name is Lindsay Scheel, and I would like to tell you about an incredible nutraceutical company that is dramatically changing lives. Before I jump in, a little bit about me and my background. I have one degree in genetics and one in biochemistry. I actually did research in genetics and immunology at Oxford over in the UK. My whole life, I wanted to be a physician, so I came back to the States. I did go to medical school. I was an MD PhD student, which meant I was on full scholarship and not hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt like most medical school students. Got all the way up into when it was time to go into residency and decided, I don't like this. I don't like Western medicine. I see the major failings. I was going to be a cardiac surgeon. That had always been my dream. But I realized that Western medicine is all about band-aiding problems, right? We wait until the patients get very sick. We throw a prescription drug at them. That drug will have a side effect, but don't you worry. There's another prescription drug that we can give that's going to have a side effect. And we open Pandora's box. So long story short, I made the decision to walk away from medicine completely and totally. I got very into Eastern and alternative medicine, and I realized that there are multiple other modalities that are just as effective, actually more effective in my opinion, than what we're doing over here in Western medicine. And so what I want to share with you today is something that falls right into that wheelhouse. It has been incredible. Now, my disclaimer is that today I am not a practicing physician. I cannot sit here and make any type of claims about curing, diagnosing, or treating diseases. The opinions I'm going to talk to you about are my own. And so without further ado, let me jump into this thing. I'm going to share my screen with you and take you to a website called Pure Team Global. I really love this website. It has a wealth of information. The first thing I want to show you is that our company's name is Pure, which stands for People United, Reaching Everyone. And I want you to look right here under ownership and leadership, because in the top left-hand corner, Phil Knight, this man is an incredible entrepreneur and businessman, founded a pretty popular shoe company. So I suggest you go and Google that if you're not familiar with who he is. But the fact that he is an investor in our company, to me, is very telling and also gives a lot of credence business-wise to where we're going. Our CEO, Mr. Darren Hogue, I cannot sing his praises enough. This man is servant-minded, extremely kind, extremely receptive to feedback, and it has just been the most incredible experience for me over the last year. Health and wellness is where it's at. Online shopping is where it's at. That's where everything is trending. My story in my current life, I'm a homeschool mom of 3 little girls. And although I have tons of education and pretty much every degree you can think of under my belt, that's the season of life I'm in right now. So when I was approached from this company a year ago, supplements, like I said, I was already taking a lot. So that was an easy move for me because I'm well aware of the problems of the supplement industry and the sketchiness because it's not FDA regulated. So when I looked into this company and I saw the differences, which I'm about to show you, it was a no-brainer for me to make the switch. Never in my wildest imagination did I think that it would be as lucrative as it has become. So again, more on that in a minute. So we have almost everything you can think of supplement-wise, almost, I think, between 80 and 100 different products. You're going to hear a mantra, commonly cleanse, balance, build, and that's what this Core 4 is all about. So I'm going to quickly go through that. The cleanse is incredible to me because it's the only product I know of on the market that actually detoxes all 7 pathways of the body. So rather than being very socially debilitating where you can't get away from a bathroom, this is going to be very gentle. It is non-fasting, and it is going to detox from the liver, the kidneys, the lungs, your blood, lymphatics, your skin, and your bowels. My kiddos are 6, 8, and 9. They take it every day. You don't have to take it daily. It's totally up to you. I live on a farm where my kids run barefoot through pastures with cow and horse manure, and they swim in ponds. So I can tell you we're on the cleanse every day. The second product, the Goyen, is a balancing blend. It is full of adaptogenic herbs. The word adaptogen is a key here. It is a plant or an herb that can up or down regulate hormones in the body. And we're not just talking the sex hormones. We are talking brain chemicals, serotonin, dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine, your adrenals, thyroid. It goes on and on and on. We actually have a clinical study published on this with depression and bipolar. So again, you are not going to see that from another supplement company. We have a very, very comprehensive multivitamin called Daily Build. What I love about this company too, and I think I appreciate this from all of my years of research, I tell people all the time, science is very rapidly moving, right? It's all about the new discovery. Medicine is very slow to catch up to science. This company, however, is very cutting edge in the sense that they have methylated B vitamins. This is huge. My background is genetics. We know that up to 50% of all women carry a gene mutation where they are not able to utilize folic acid. So the fact that we have methylated folate, this is a really big deal. The energy, this is not a true physical energy. This is more of a mental energy, mental focus, clear the brain fog. It's got a ton of amino acids in it. Blue-green algae, it's extremely alkalinizing. I want to pause right there on that term alkalinity. Back in the 1930s, the Nobel Prize in Medicine was won for establishing that disease cannot exist in an alkaline environment. And so when I say disease, nowadays that's everything from eczema to cancer to MS, on and on and on. I also say that in an overly simplified a way of explaining, every disease process stems from two things: inflammation, even if that inflammation is at a cellular level, and then also your body being too acidic. So am I saying that if you drink this magic potion, you're never going to get cancer? Absolutely not. Number one, we're not a magic potion. We are plant and whole food based, and we have a couple of products that are superfoods in and of themselves that are going to bring your body into balance. When that happens, you are going to have some very, very positive manifestations. For some people, they drop weight right away. Some people sleep better. Their skin complexion clears. So we're bringing the body into balance, and we are alkalinizing it. So every product we have is going to be designed to reduce inflammation, alkalinize the body. And that is why people are having these tremendous health testimonies. We are backed by a wellness advisory board, which is, as you can see, comprised of physicians, MD physicians. We have a pharmacist, and then Dr. Rick Scheckenbach, who is a nutritional biochemist. Dr. John Buckner is a great guy, one of the top leaders in our company. He is a practicing trauma surgeon in Missouri. One of his stories is that when he was first introduced to this, he was opposed to supplements because as a surgeon, when he would take patients to the table and cut open their bowels, there would be literal handfuls of pills in them because we know there's so many synthetic binders and fillers. So he loved the fact that most of our stuff was liquid and or powder. Now we do have some pills, but the majority is liquid. So lots of bioavailability. The other thing to note is that several of our products are in the physician's desk reference. Now, to me, that's a huge deal. And let me tell you why. And this is a Lindsay Scheel thing. This is not coming from everybody else. But in my opinion, number one, it says that we are so therapeutic that we are registered as medicinal, but yet we're whole foods based. That's huge. Number two, we do have a lot of third-party testing and regulation. And again, in the supplement industry, not all supplements are created the same. A lot of these supplements are coming out of China. They're stored in a warehouse for 3 to 5 years. It's not even climate controlled. And then companies private label those, and then they're sent out. A lot of supplements are in huge batches. We do very small batching. There are supplements that are made in the millions and tens of millions. A lot of times, companies don't have to submit any sort of proof that what that label says is actually in there. There's a common saying in the supplement industry that typically less than 25% of what a label says is in there is actually in there. So not all supplement companies are created equal. You've got to be very, very careful. Where are they sourcing their products? Now, again, I made this comment earlier, even with all of my science and medical background, never in a million years did I think that this was going to be as lucrative as it is. So as a homeschool mama, 4 months into this, I was bringing home $10,000 a month. That's significant. That's a 6-figure income. So let me talk to you a little bit about that. I was one of those people that hated network marketing. No offense to anyone out there, but I hated it because I didn't want to be, collecting money. I didn't want to have to buy a bunch of inventory and retail it back out. So the fact that we are M2C, manufacturer to consumer, and I like to call us the Amazon of supplements, was very, very alluring to me because it took all of that out of there. There's multiple levels and ways that you can come in. You can buy a membership for $25 and buy whatever you want whenever for $25. If you want to earn money in this company, there is a catch. Your first order must be a minimum of 100 points We're a point value system because we have all different currencies. That's $120 American dollars roughly. That's your first order, and you must commit to that same amount of auto ship. One of the things I love about our company is we're a binary, which means we have two legs you're building and you build down. That is why the money comes pretty exponentially fast. Other companies and models are unilateral. You're building wide. There's several issues with that. If you lose someone, if someone quits, you lose that chunk of an organization. Many of them only pay a couple of levels down. We pay infinitely. There are several ways that you can come in. One of these is you can get an annual membership for $25. You can also come in at a first order of 100 points. Now, that's the catch to our company, right? If you want to earn money, here's the catch. You must come in at least at 100 points. We're a point system because we are international. And so 100 points is about 120 American dollars, and you need to commit to that same amount of auto ship every month. Now, if you really want to do this, then you got to understand something. Duplication is the holy grail, and I highly suggest that you come in at what we call a pack. Number one, if you just want to be a product user, great. You need all the products. You need the system that's already pre-selected for you that's going to work synergistically together. You're going to get a lot more bang for your buck, second of all, and it comes with shares. And that's the hugest deal right now for this small window of time. So how do you do this? You invite people to look at it just like you are right now. We have an incredible team. Actually, we are the fastest growing team in the world for this company. We have tremendous support, mentorship, and training. Now, this right here is the money slide. Right now, we have what we are calling pure shares that are available for a limited time. So with every pack that comes in, there are shares associated with that pack. So when you come in at a pack, not only do you get those shares, but every person you bring to the table, you are going to get matching shares. This is huge, guys. We are set on track to go public as soon as we hit $1 billion in sales mark. And guys, if you look historically at companies in the past that have done this, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Facebook, this is where fortunes are made overnight. This was very, very attractive to my husband and I because we want to set up a legacy for not just our kids, but for our grandkids. So that is why it's such an exciting time, and we really encourage you to get going. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose your enrollment pack. We have a couple to choose from. You'll see on the following screen. You want to make sure that your auto ship is set up because remember, that is critical for keeping and retaining the shares. Once we go public, at that point, they are yours. And then you want to get bonus qualified. When you come in on the large pack, you are bonus qualified, meaning not only are you getting bonus money, but you're getting matching shares on all those packs. If you come on a smaller pack, you still have a little bit of work to do before you start receiving that bonus money and matching shares. Magic number is 1,500. So if you come in on a small pack, you 2 more small packs, and then you will receive the matching shares and bonus money. But here's the packs. The first one to be fulfilled, this is how I highly suggest for everyone to come in. This lasted my family of 3.5 months. All of my kids take it. You are going to love it. This comes with 30 shares. It's what we call a 1,500 point pack. So it's $1,900, 1,500 point pack. Again, to overly simplify, you bring in 3 people at this pack. You have not only made your money back, but you are profiting, and then you will have accumulated a total of 120 shares. So whoever invited you, they can explain this to you in much more detail, but I highly suggest the Be Fulfilled pack. It's what you come in on. We also have what's called the Be Healthy pack. Again, this is for 10 shares associated with that. It's $700. This is what we call a 500 PV pack. This is what I was saying. If you come in on this, you need 2 more of those to get to that magic number of 1,500. We have a similar 500 point pack called Be Transformed, geared towards weight loss, and one called Be Strong, which is primarily the GPS line, which you're going to see on the Be Fulfilled pack in the blue. This is also geared for an elderly demographic or anyone in chronic pain. So I want you guys to think fibromyalgia, MS, maybe they're rehabilitating from a surgery. So thank you guys so much for hopping on this, watching this video. I know it's a lot of information up front. This Pure Team Global website has some great resources. If you click on product at the top and then training, there are some phenomenal short video clips of the different products. I really encourage you to watch the Goji clinical study. It was done by a physician out of Johns Hopkins on Goji. mind blowing. I called my husband and said, we're doubling our goji, pour some for the kids right now. Also under business training tab. So if you click at the top under business and then training, we have a compensation video that's 15 minutes long. It will go into full detail about all the ways we're paid. I will tell you that my husband is VP of a corporate company, and there have been many months that I have out earned him as a stay-at-home mom, homeschool mom of 3. So it's radically changed our lives. It's exciting. I, as a physician, thought that I was going to be healing people. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that this would be the platform that I would bring healing to thousands and tens of thousands of people more than I ever could have as a practicing physician. So thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and call. Thanks for hopping on.